How you doing today? This is Nicole Proctor here live from the Bistro with Chef Yvette Zavala and Mayor Michelle Nelson. And we want to thank her for providing this lovely brunch while we have conversations with the mayor about the upcoming election, what's been going on lately in Flossmoor, and what to expect.
Hi, thanks so much for having me. And
Yes.
Always a pleasure to be here and get Yvette's delicious cooking.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
What's your, can I just get both of your quick history with this location? I know you both have different relationships with this building, but I think both very meaningful.
Sure. So actually, this was one of the first places I came to when I was before I even lived in the village. When I was thinking about moving to the village, I came into this spot and always has a history of great food, great ambiance, and so that Chef Yvette has taken over that and provided that. And then some is just great. It's
Yes.
really great. 23 years later for me.
Wow. How about you, Yvette?
My history with 1040 Sterling started my culinary career right back here.
And I won't even say. I joined this community around 2018, the HF community. So yeah, we've all got our different love and ties for the community. I'm gonna have some individual conversations with these phenomenal ladies, like right in time for Women's History Month next month, right in March. So looking forward to getting to know each one of them better, and I want to thank you in advance for tuning in. Quick little And we are back with the lady of the hour, Chef Yvette Zavala. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
You're probably still on a little high right now.
A little bit.
Yeah. Tell us. Let's just jump right into it. Tell us what you celebrate. You hit a big milestone yesterday.
Yesterday I was on WG.
History.
Yeah.
Has any chef been on WGN at this location yet?
No.
Oh wow.
So that was a big deal for 1040 Sterling Avenue,
Yes,
as well
yes.
as myself.
For Flossmoor, for Black history, for her history. That's so
Yes.
dope. Congratulations.
Thank
So,
you so much.
speaking of history, we go back a minute.
About 21, 23
Yeah,
years?
2004. We both started off doing these things, hospitality at Outback Steakhouse.
Steakhouse,
Yes, front of the house,
yes.
back of the house. So yeah, I'm really grateful. We've got a lot of good friends that we're still tight with from that job. So tell me how far your love for food goes back. Little Benjamin Button babies. That was
I
a
was.
little old
My
lady
grandma was
whipping
just
it up.
like, you know what? Okay, chopper, little top on it.
Little-
I really thought I was doing something.
Okay, it's a little sous chef in the making.
Yes.
Speaking of your grandma, tell us about your background, your ethnicity. Where does your flavor come from?
I am Creole, so we always had a big family tradition of having meals together, cooking together, drinking together.
Mhm.
So that was always a big deal for me,
Yeah.
having a place where families could feel like family.
Yeah.
There's that. There's that.
That's how a lot of people learn how to cook for themselves. They're like, okay, my mother's cooking is nasty,
Yes.
so your kids are blessed to have a chef as a mom. And now Flossmoor is blessed to have you as a chef. So, tell us a little bit about your childhood and your upbringing. Did you have to cook for the family? Did you cook for
Oh
yourself?
yeah, I'm the oldest of all of my siblings, so we were basically the latchkey kids. So when we got out of school, I had to make sure they had after school snacks. I cooked dinner. My mom didn't get home so late, so I had to make sure everybody had what they needed before we went to school. They had breakfast, I was a little more, pretty much.
Yes, before you were one.
And now I'm a mother and a grandmother. My grandchildren share my love for cooking as well, and it's 2 boys. So
Nice.
I'm like, just because you boys does not mean you don't have to cook for you.
Life partners coming. Tell me, let's see, when you first started here, tell me about how you met this location. What brought you here?
When I started my culinary career in 2015, I had a friend who was working here, and the owner at that time, Joanne, was like, oh, okay, she's a student. With her, the only female restaurant owner I had ever known, and she was short-staffed at that time. She was back there with her bandana on, cooking. She trained me. And I was just like, I have so much respect for her. I'm like, I want to be this kind of owner.
So there's been changes in ownership, but then there was also changes in your life. You had something pretty traumatic happening through off your path for a minute.
Sadly, I was not here during the last days of Fresh Starts. Literally 3 days before the sale was official, I was hit by a semi-truck and had to learn to walk again.
Right. You still stand on your feet
Yes,
all day now.
all day,
So
every day.
I know people look at you sometimes, and you don't want to ask people. So I think it's important because we're celebrating not just all the good things, but the things that you've come through, right?
Yes.
So how long was that therapy?
I only ended up needing 4 months. They told me it would take me 6 months to learn to walk again. But I'm very grateful and blessed that I was physically fit and in a position to where when the accident happened, because I was so fit, it helped in my healing process.
I switched to it was a very similar situation. You were hit by a car and had a rollover accident, and the time was drastically reduced by eating all live food.
Yes.
So it was a live food diet.
Yes.
So that's let's touch on that briefly. Tell us about why healthy food is important to you and what goes into the food behind the scenes that people don't know, because this is not a fast food establishment by
Not
any
at
means.
all. Growing up, my family, we always had Whole Foods. We went to farms and different things of that nature. And then I played sports coming up. So it was always important to have a good diet regimen. And I carried that into my adulthood, and I became a personal trainer. And in becoming a personal trainer, I wanted to provide my clients with healthier meals, and their cheat days wouldn't be such cheat days. So putting whole foods into their bodies, they were not wreaking havoc on the fitness training that they were doing. They really loved that, and I was like, well, I'm going to go to culinary school because I've always been a big foodie, so
Right.
It's like gourmet food, but healthy.
Right.
You don't have to eat a whole stick of butter for it to be delicious.
Right, for sure. It's just we're passed down a lot of generational curses sometimes, and as good as the food tastes, it does not necessarily love our body all the time.
Yes.
So I get that because I am not tolerant to lactose, but I will have some cheese here and there. So I just try to keep it minimum and keep it cute these days. Yeah, that's really good to know. When you took over the restaurant, I'm going to jump to, once you recovered, you took over the restaurant. I want to talk about a different type of recovery, right? So the initial excitement of having your own place, etc., wears off, and then you're dealing with what? What were some of the growing pains of being a business owner? What did you face as battles when you opened up that you didn't foresee?
Mainly, it was a battle of getting open. There were so many inspections and things of that nature, things that I had no idea needed to be taken care of until the ink was dry on the contract.
When are your hours open? What are you looking to do here? What's your vision for the future here at the Bistro?
My vision for the future here at the Bistro, I'm going to change the name. I have a lot of cosmetic things I would like to do in the front of the house because aesthetically it's still not mine. I really just reopened so that I could start recouping some of the money that I had lost with bringing everything up to code. Technically, I have not opened my restaurant. I reopened the original Bistro. So going forward, I want to make this place mine. I am a big supporter of the community, so I want to do things where high school students can showcase their art on the walls and have student nights here, things of that nature. I want it to be a place where you can come for a great date night, you can come for a corporate meeting, or you can come with your family and have a wonderful time in a fun, energetic atmosphere with warm faces and southern hospitality.
Yeah, we're in a room right now that's a smaller room, a private room at the Bistro. So this is a great room if you want to have a small dinner celebration, a private date, local sexy getaway, private date, small alert place. You said a business meeting. So what are your hours of operation? When can people come in and see you and check out your food?
People can come in Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then we reopen for dinner at 4 o'clock. Our hours of operation for dinner are from 4 to 9, and then on Sundays we have brunch from 10 to 2.
Yeah, and there's always some cool things going on. Yesterday we had a Galentine's event here, and That went really well.
Yes.
This upcoming Sunday, she's got a paint
and sip brunch.
Paint and sip brunch this
Yes.
coming Sunday, so that's exciting. We've got karaoke tomorrow, so just got to follow the page, see what's going on. But I'm really excited about the future here. Is there anything? I feel like you didn't really. I need you to really toot your horn about your sauces, because Michelle and I spoke about this, and I think that's probably part of the reason we love the pasta so much. Just go into in depth a little bit about your process, like in the kitchen. How are things cooked? Is anything pre-packaged?
No, we don't use pre-packaged anything, canned anything, none of those things. Everything is made homemade, from the soups, the salad dressings, the sauces, the desserts, everything is made homemade. And I even do fresh pasta dishes. So yes, everything is homemade and it is fresh.
So we are going to be posting more info about how you can support Yvette at the Bistro, the restaurant formerly known as Bistro on Sterling. We'll speak it into existence. But for now, she's preserving an amazing culture here downtown in historic Flossmoor. And I'm really excited to be a part of this. I've been partnering her with certain things as an insurance agent in the HF area. Please reach out to Yvette if you need a place. Reach out to me if you have any insurance needs. We are very excited to celebrate Black excellence and Black history all year long, and we look forward to hosting you and your people for events.
Yes.
Thank you for having us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming. I love being here.
We'll talk to you soon.